There's a lot of excitement. We've had two wonderful groups that have come to Salt Lake City. One of them was the American Chamber of Commerce executives, held their executive committee here. We had about 50 individuals that came for that. We hosted a dinner at the Founders Room at the top of Zion's Bank so that we could look down appropriately onto City Creek and what takes place. And one of the wonderful chamber leaders, and I forget where he was from, he turned around in the window and he says, "You know what makes a huge difference about here and where we're from?" He says, "Your cranes actually move." And we're just delighted that the cranes are actually moving and things are happening. And they were absolutely overwhelmed. I had no idea with the growth and the synergy that is felt from a standpoint of what is taking place here in Salt Lake City. We've had a lot of interest, a lot of other businesses that have an interest in moving into Salt Lake City because of what we have to offer. The excitement over City Creek is part of what is going on downtown, and obviously a very critical part. But here we sit at 222, and I shouldn't have to remind anybody that it's happening throughout the entire city. Some 30-odd projects besides what is going on at City Creek, which is very important to all of us. You know, one of the most important parts of what is taking place in downtown Salt Lake City is that people have finally understood that their minds have expanded, that Gateway is part of downtown Salt Lake City. And people are excited about that. And together it's becoming much, much stronger. And so the input from these other groups and organizations, the other one was an organization called the Big Nine. It was the large 9 chambers of commerce in the Western United States. And to say they were impressed is probably putting it mildly. Wonderful letters that came back, but an excitement about, well, what are you doing here? And it's just nice to hear others come and want to tell our story. In fact, one of the people asked us how we got investors to invest in City Creek. And it gave me an opportunity to share with them that one of the great advantages in Salt Lake City is that we are the world headquarters for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Where that certainly has its moral and religious implications, it also has a huge financial implication to us. And that I explained to them how the monies of the investments of the LDS Church were involved in investing into City Creek Center. And a gentleman from Austin, Texas said, "I want you to know," the next morning after we showed them all of this, he raised his hand, and part of thanking us for hosting this meeting, he said, "I want you to know I'm going home, I'm talking to our governor and to our legislators, and we're going to put together a package of inducement to see if the LDS Church will move to Texas." I said, "I don't think that's going to happen," and we're delighted to have them as a great partner. But it's also important to understand how many other partners there are here, and where that's a great catalyst. There are just a lot of other things that are taking place here in Salt Lake City. It's having a very positive impact on commerce, the number of people that are looking at what is happening, not just for downtown. This impact of downtown Salt Lake City is our capital city, and it doesn't matter whether you're in Brigham City or Moab. It's our capital city, and it has a very positive impact on the entire state.